Yo, what's up everybody? I'm Akeem, and in today's Fix of Entertainment news, AI is invading over Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion series, and folks aren't too happy about it. Meanwhile, The Flash didn't do too well at the box office. Kevin Fiege and those famous Hall H MCU announcements might not be happening at Comic-Con this year. All this and more on today's Fix. Let's drop it. Now, the opening credits for Disney Plus's Secret Invasion series was created using AI-generated imagery. And while that might be par for the course these days, given how popular AI has become as of late, some Marvel fans are a little upset about it. Now, that said, the executive producer and director of the series has a valid reason for using technology that has the potential to take over the jobs of real-life humans. And it kind of parallels the premise of the Disney Plus series. Quote, "When we reached out to the AI vendors, that was part of it. It just came right out of the shape-shifting scroll world identity, you know? Who did this? Who is this?" We would talk to them about ideas and themes and words, and then the computer would go off and do something. And then we could change it a little bit by using words, and it would change. Yep, that's exactly how Midjourney, DALL-E 2, Blue Willow, and many other AI-generated imaging programs work. I think the most surprising bit of this story is the fact that a Disney-owned property is taking advantage of the capabilities of AI to create something that you'd assume they'd have someone on payroll to create for them. Then again, Marvel Studios recently came under fire for tendency to overwork and underpay VFX studios. Using AI entirely, though, is pretty much the fear a lot of artists have in regards to the technology. While most people use AI for fun and memes, some folks out there are actually using it to replace artists and save money. AI is one of the hot-button issues at the heart of the ongoing writer's strike. The WGA is calling for the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers to ban the use of AI for writing scripts, generating source material, or the training of AI using existing WGA material. Now, VFX artists may not be striking, but Disney may be pouring gas on the fire by dropping a show with an AI-generated intro while writers are protesting, among other things, the use of AI. Now, while I personally have no problem with the use of AI, I think the main reason Marvel Disney is catching backlash for this on Secret Invasion is because the company has more than enough money to pay someone to do a far superior job than what AI is capable of. In fact, Marvel Studios probably could have just had a human artist maybe create something that looked like it was created by AI. But I guess given the nature of the series, alien life forms coming to Earth and assuming the roles of Earthbound individuals, it's kind of fitting to utilize AI art. Now, people are going to have varying opinions about this, and I know you do. Now, what are your thoughts on the opening title for Secret Invasion? Are you all for embracing our future AI overlords usurping our jobs? They're gonna take our jobs! Or do you think it is a problem and will become a bigger concern as the technology advances? Let's talk about it down below. Alrighty, now moving on over to more Marvel news. Marvel Studios isn't just passing on using real-life artists on Secret Invasion. It's also passing on showing up to Hall H at this year's San Diego Comic-Con. And with the ongoing writer's strike and previously announced projects like Blade, Thunderbolts, Daredevil Born Again, and Wonder Man currently on hold indefinitely, Kevin Feige probably doesn't want to show up and announce the next 4 MCU phases when the current one is up in the air. Now, while it might not have a presence on that stage, making our jobs here at IGN at Comic-Con a bit more difficult, Marvel will still have a presence at the convention floor for all the true believers out there. They do still make comics, I mean, those colorful pictures, those things that you see flashing right before the Marvel Studios logo pops up. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, Marvel Studios isn't the only big name skipping certain portions of the famed convention. Universal and HBO have decided to sit this one out as well. And with the looming Screen Actors Guild strike that was recently authorized, if an agreement isn't reached by June 30th, a whole lot of actors might not be present to promote their various movies and shows. And I don't know what the hell we're gonna do here at IGN. I really don't know. We're just gonna be sitting on couches talking to each other. I can do that in the cafeteria. That's right, we have a cafeteria and a locker room too. It's weird. Anyways, maybe this year's Comic-Con will have a heavy focus on comics. What a concept. We'll have to wait and see what shakes up July 20th through the 23rd. Now, speaking of shakeups, the Flash movie didn't really shake things up at the box office following its premiere this past weekend, bringing in only $55 million. Now, for reference, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse made $120.5 million opening weekend, and in its second week, still made more than The Flash's debut at $55.42 million. An anonymous source who's worked on many major film campaigns told Variety that The Flash should have made close to $120 million and that this whole rollout was a disaster. Go figure. When you have a limited press run partially due to the leading actor's real-world indiscretions, it kind of mucks up your promotional rollout plan. Not being able to do press and media interviews due to the unpredictability of its main star would surely have some effect on box office performance. Then again, the CW Flash series just skidded to a halt after 9 seasons, so maybe Flash fans got their fix. But still, I think we're all curious to know what James Gunn and Peter Safran have to say in the coming weeks regarding The Flash returning in their vision of the DCU. And finally, we got the Craven the Hunter trailer. Now, this year is proven to be the year of the Hunter, as the longtime Spider-Man villain is not only making an appearance in Insomniac's Spider-Man 2, but he's also starring in his very own film come October. Now, the R-rated origin story will show how Craven got his superhuman abilities, explore his relationship with his father, and apparently have Craven up against the Rhino. The Spider-Man villain, not the real-life pachyderm. Though, why not? You could do both. Anyways, based on the trailer, it appears Craven is being portrayed as an anti-hero, as he states that he's there to take out the evil his father puts into the world. You know what? For once, I'd love for these villain-led Marvel movies to actually depict these villains as villains. There's no good in Craven, at least not to my recollection. Every single comic book I read, he was a bad guy. Sony Pictures really needs to stop making Spider-Man's rogues gallery a bunch of likable, charming anti-heroes that are attractive. Why are you doing this to us? This movie has all the makings of a box office bomb, similar to last year's Morbius. And much like Morbius gave birth to its Morbin time, I'm sure Craven the Hunter will give birth to its very own meme. Maybe that's so Craven. And to quote the Craven, nevermore, nevermore. Seriously, Sony, please stop doing this with these frickin' movies. They suck. And I haven't even seen Craven yet, but it's gonna suck. And that was your fix of entertainment news for today. I'm Akeem Lawanson, and thank you so much for watching. Now that you're caught up on today's news, please check out our previous episode. Download the IGN app on all your devices, and for everything else, stick with IGN.